5th, 2016 Village of Peoria Heights Board of Trustees meeting. Meeting is now called to order. Would you please rise and join us in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Present.
Trustee Carter. Present. Trustee Mariskow.
Present.
Trustee Cumming. Trustee Reichert. Present. Trustee Fuller.
Present.
Thank you very much. First order of business tonight is the approval of the Board of Trustees minutes for the December 15th, 2015 meeting. Are there any changes that need to be made to the minutes?
I move to approve the December 15th minutes meetings as submitted.
We have a motion from Trustee Reichert. Second from Trustee Fuller. All those in favor of approving the Board of Trustees minutes for December 15th, 2015 as submitted, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. The board has approved the minutes for December 15th as submitted. Next order of business tonight is correspondence, and that will be presented by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
I have no correspondence this evening.
Thank you very much. No announcements tonight, so we'll move to the trustee reports, and first will be Public Works with Trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. Well, I guess we should talk about the storm that we had, the big storm, the ice storm. We had a lot of trees down and everything, and Kyle was just talking a little bit about something the village might participate in helping clean up some of it with people and what they would have to do to get help. They'd probably have to bring it out to the street or something.
Well, yeah, I think we would have a few different options. Of course, it's always an option to do nothing, probably not a good one. Have folks bring stuff down to our site, we could chip it for them. Work out some kind of system like what Peoria just released, where if it's cut and bundled and everything, our guys could go around and pick it up. Or I think maybe a fourth option, maybe the best option, is I believe Administrator Fick spoke with G&O today.
Correct. They'll do it for the same per weekend charge that they do it all year, which is about $2,600. They'll come out and do basically another landscape waste weekend pickup, which is a Friday and a Saturday. They could do it this weekend, short notice. I don't know if we can get the word out in time to, give everybody enough time to be prepared. It's up to the board if you want to do it this weekend or next weekend, or if you want to do that at all, or a combination of Kyle's suggestions.
I think next weekend would be better than this weekend, wouldn't you?
I like the fourth option, though. I think that's good.
Yeah. Okay, so then work to do it for the weekend following this one. Give people a little more time to gather their stuff, bring it to the curb, and just make sure we're not bringing out huge limbs or stuff like that.
Yeah, I think Administrator Fick or myself will speak with G&O and kind of find out what their parameters are, what they can deal with, and we'll get that on the village website, Facebook. We can put it in the paper, kind of try and spread the word as best we can.
Okay. Yeah, I think that would probably, without a doubt, be the best option. I know we've been discussing whether or not we'd be able to do this in short order, but we don't have quite the truck power or the manpower that the city of Peoria has. So I think probably the best way to go about it is to have G&O do it and just pick it up as another week and shoot for then. That would be the weekend of January 15th and 16th? Yep. Okay.
I also think we should, I should say that our Public Works crew did a very good job keeping branches out of the roads, and we've seen the police department sitting down power lines. I'm sure the volunteer fire department were out there. I mean, it pretty much made everyone very busy. That was like the perfect combination of a storm. The ground was soaked, and then a little bit of ice on the trees, and then really high winds, and boy, did that create a mess.
Yeah, out of the ordinary storm, 100-year storm, I'm sure, and we'll probably won't see it again in my lifetime, so hopefully we don't. But I think as usual, our Public Works and all of our emergency people, I know they did a great job. I had very few concerns. I had more complaints on my street than I had from anybody else in the village, and I'm upset about that, as you well know. But anything else for Public Works?
That's all I have, unless Kyle has something to add.
No, sir.
All right. Any questions at all for Trustee Harn? Okay, thank you again. Trustee Cumming couldn't be here tonight. Mr. Administrator, anything on the administration personnel front?
Nothing this evening, Mr. Mayor.
All right, thank you. We'll go to Economic Development and Village Improvements with Trustee Carter.
I don't really have anything other than the Journal Star had a very nice article about the new owners of the Heritage Square. So those of you that didn't get to read it, you should read it. They have some good ideas of what they're wanting to do. So we'll just leave it at that. There's a couple new items coming to Peoria Heights, so sounds pretty interesting.
Yeah.
That's all I have.
We're all hopeful for
Yes.
that to be completed and
Now,
fulfill
are
its
they-
promise.
Are they part of that TIF?
Yeah.
One, they are, aren't they?
They are,
So,
Yeah. There, yeah.
do they know that?
Oh, yeah. So Steve Klein and I have sat down with the owner a couple different times and talked to him about the TIF and Business Development District, and
Okay.
I know Kyle has spoken with him as well, and he was involved in the planning corridor meeting that we had here, so, yeah.
Any updates on the Trefsker's Bakery project?
So on the village side, we've got Thursday as a deadline to get our proposals in from 3 different banks to finance our bond issue. So on this Thursday, we'll get those, and we'll probably have our bond counsel and TIF consultant go over those and recommend, the best alternative for that. And then I think before we actually, we could probably vote on it, but we don't have to draw any money down until all the other pieces are in place. The last piece, I know I just talked to Katie today, is the SBA loan. And that just takes there's a lot of red tape involved with that, but they're getting close. She thought maybe this week they would get that one finalized, the SBA. So as she said, they're doing a lot of demo work now. I haven't been in there or gone by there, but
They are, yeah. There's several dumpsters out there, and there's stuff all day coming out the windows. So something's happening in there.
okay.
All right. Any questions at all for Trustee Carter? Okay, thank you again. We'll go to the Police Department with Trustee Fuller.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. The only thing we have tonight is the neighborhood watch, I'm sorry. Completely blanked, on the 25th this month. So Peter Village Hall, neighborhood watch at 6:30.
All right. Thank you very much. Any questions at all for Trustee Fuller? Okay, thanks again. We'll go to Village Hall and Building Maintenance with Trustee Mariscal.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I have nothing to report this evening.
All right. Thank you very much, and we'll close out with the Fire Department and Trustee Reichert.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd just like to report that the fire department is applying for a $63,000 communications equipment grant from the AFG. And that grant should be submitted by the 15th of January, so they've been busy working on that.
Sure. All right. Thank you very much. Any questions at all for Trustee Reichert? Okay, thank you, everyone. Now, comments from the audience. If you have a comment or concern, please come up to the village lectern and please give us your name and address. Let us have it. It's a new year, we're strong. Okay, well, we thank everyone for attending. No old business tonight, so we'll go right to new business. And first up is the approval for the use of Tower Park for the Cystic Fibrosis Great Strides Walk, and that will be presented by Trustee Carter.
Thank you. I don't even know where I'm going with it. I'm sorry. Well, I'd like to make a motion for the Cystic Fibrosis Great Strides Walk to use the Tower Park October 1st.
All right, we have a motion from Trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from Trustee Harn. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of the use of Tower Park on Saturday, October 1st for the Cystic Fibrosis Great Strides Walk as outlined by Trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the use of Tower Park Saturday, October 1st for the Cystic Fibrosis Great Strides Walk. Next order of new business tonight is the approval for the use of Tower Park on Saturday, October 22nd, and that will be presented by Trustee Carter.
Thank you. I'd also like to make a motion for Saturday, October 22nd for the lupus support group to allow them to use the Tower Park also.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion from trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from trustee Mariscal. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes? Okay, once again, this is for approval of the use of Tower Park on Saturday, October 22nd for the Walk to End Lupus Now as outlined by trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the use of Tower Park on Saturday, October 22nd for the Walk to End Lupus Now. Next order of new business tonight is an approval for pay request number 3 to Hair Construction, and that will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. I make a motion, we approve pay request number 3 to Hair Construction Incorporated for the Atlantic Water Main project. The total for the payment number 3 will be $56,366.20. We will be still holding back, I forgot my glasses tonight. If I hold it just far enough away, I can read it.
Give me hold.
Fourth, no, I got it. 4423 and change will be what we'll be holding back in retainage, just unless, in case there's some settling or some little issues over the winter. But I make a motion, we approve pay request number 3.
Okay, thank you. I have a motion from trustee Harn.
Second.
Second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
How long do you hold the 4,000? Do you hold it for?
It's going to be held until the springtime, just until until the ground thaws, and then it'll be, the engineer and I will get together and determine that we can just release that last 2%.
Oh, okay.
All right. Any other questions regarding the pay request? Okay, once again, this is for board approval of pay request number 3 to Hair Construction for the Atlantic Avenue Water Main Project in the amount of $56,366.20 as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved pay request number 3 to Hair Construction as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of new business has to do with the approval for change order number 3 to Hair Construction, and that will be presented by trustee Harn.
Thank you, Mayor Allen. We had a slight change order while they were paving. Kyle seen some spots in the street that needed repair, so he just had them do it while they were right there. So I make a motion, we approve the amount of $781.01 additional to the change order number 3.
Have a motion from trustee Harn.
Second.
Second from trustee Reichert. Any questions or comments from the board before the board votes?
Yes, I do.
All right.
I'm sorry. It's just not been a very good day here. So even the 781 that's on this bill, it's totally different? Is that right?
No,
Or is it the same?
it's in this pay request, but we just have to, because of the grant structure, we have to approve it separately since it wasn't initially.
Oh, so it's not in the total that he read earlier?
Correct.
Okay.
So this was, believe it or not, I think somebody had left a car parked in the same spot for 2 or 3 years, and once it moved, it had leaked something and it just destroyed the street under it. So since they were mobilized with their equipment there, they just went ahead and paid that too.
That's minor.
Yeah, if I could have read that, I would have.
That's fine.
That is part of
That's
it.
just, I just wanted to ask. Not a big deal.
Any other questions from the board? All right, once again, this is for approval for change order number 3 in the amount of $781.01 to Hair Construction as outlined by trustee Harn. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harn.
Aye.
Trustee Carter.
Aye.
Trustee Mariscal.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert.
Aye.
Trustee Fuller.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved change order number 3. Payment in the amount of $781.01 as outlined by trustee Harn. Next order of business tonight is the payment of the bills, and those will be read by our village clerk, Shauna Musselman.
All right, next time I'm not going to pop a piece of candy in my mouth. I'm sorry. Heavens. Okay. Village expenditures, the general fund is $346,820.79. MFT is $1,611.02. for total village expenditures of $348,431.81. And the waterworks expenditures were $135,522.41.
All right, are there any questions regarding the bills as read?
I make a motion that we pay the bills.
Have a motion from trustee Reichert,
Second.
second from trustee Carter. Madam Clerk, would you please call roll?
Trustee Harm.
Aye.
Trustee Carter. Trustee Mariska.
Aye.
Trustee Reichert. Trustee Fuller.
Okay, thank you. By a vote of 5-0, the board has approved the payment of the bills as read. Our next departmental committee meeting will be held Tuesday, January 26th at 6:30 PM, and the next Board of Trustees meeting will be held Tuesday, January 19th at 6:30 PM. And tentatively, the additional lawn pickup for the storm refuge will be January 15th and January 16th. If anything changes, we'll let you know one way or another, or check with our website. Is there any other business to come before the board this evening? Need a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
Have a motion from trustee Carter.
Second.
Second from trustee Fuller. All those in favor of adjourning at this time, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, please say no. Thank you. The ayes have it. Meeting is now adjourned. We thank everyone for attending.